Success is a sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. These words from the great Robert Collier resonate more deeply than we might initially realize. And this brings us to a principle that's as fascinating as it is powerful: the law of averages. Once upon a time, in the busy heart of Silicon Valley, a young and curious Steve Jobs stumbled upon a calligraphy class. At first glance, it might have seemed like a random choice, perhaps even a waste of time for someone with ambitions of shaking up the tech world. Yet, Steve, with his insatiable curiosity, decided to sit in. He observed the graceful strokes, the meticulous attention to detail, and the passion the instructor had for the art. At the moment, he might not have realized the profound impact this class would have on his future dreams. He was just a student, absorbing knowledge without a clear picture of how it would come into play. Fast forward to a few years later, when Steve was in the midst of designing the Apple computers. Those lessons from the calligraphy class, once deemed insignificant, suddenly took center stage. They influenced the unique typography and user-friendly aesthetics that Apple computers are now renowned for. So how does this story connect to the law of averages and becoming the best at what we do? Well, if we dig deeper, we notice that success often isn't just about the big decisions or planned paths. It's about the little detours, the skills we acquire on the side, the experiences that seem unrelated, and yet over time, they play into a larger picture. Steve Jobs, in his pursuits, encountered a wide range of experiences, and while not all of them were successful or even seemed relevant at the time, they averaged out to create an icon of innovation: the journey of Serena Williams. Growing up in Compton, one of Los Angeles' toughest neighborhoods, Serena Williams and her sister Venus faced countless challenges, from limited resources to doubters who thought they couldn't rise to the top. Yet, with every serve on makeshift courts and every match on unfamiliar grounds, they persisted. Their father, Richard, recognizing their potential, became their coach. Though he faced criticism for his unconventional methods, he believed in their talent. Serena, embodying resilience and sheer willpower, faced her opponents with unmatched tenacity. Every match was not just about tennis, it was a testament to breaking barriers. Fast forward, Serena Williams has become one of tennis's all-time greats, with 23 Grand Slam singles titles to her name. Her journey reminds us of the law of averages. Every challenge, every setback, and every match played increased her odds of success. Serena's story is a testament. With passion, persistence, and belief, you can defy the odds and emerge as a legend. But here's the catch: this isn't just about winning titles. It's a life lesson. Whether you're dating, job hunting, or writing your next novel, rejections are the stepping stones leading to your golden opportunity. Think about the countless authors who were rejected multiple times before they published their bestsellers, or actors who faced numerous rejections before landing their iconic roles. It's a numbers game. Remember J.K. Rowling? She faced multiple rejections before Harry Potter became a sensation. So rejections? They're merely stepping stones. The more you step, the closer you get to your desired outcome. If you're wondering how to sidestep the trap of mediocrity in your journey, our video on how to avoid mediocrity, start living great today, has some invaluable insights. The concept of the law of averages. This principle is everywhere. It was in every handshake or slam doors someone experienced in door-to-door sales. It suggests that with consistent effort and action, our desired outcomes become more likely. So how can you harness the law of averages and make it work for you? 1. Understand the game. Remember the old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take? Embrace the challenge. Every step, no matter how minor, leads to greater understanding and progress. Accept failures, learn from them, and keep aiming for the pinnacle. 2. Rewire your habits and mindset. Our minds are like malleable clay, shaped by consistent actions and thoughts. By recognizing and shifting your habits, you harness the ability to pave a road to unparalleled success. Never underestimate the power of a transformed mind. 3. Embrace rejection. The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. Legends like Michael Jordan faced numerous rejections before achieving greatness. He said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." 4. Deliberate practice. Mastery isn't an accident, it's a commitment. Remember the old adage, practice makes perfect? The real secret is that perfect practice makes perfect. Every focused hour adds a brick to your monument of excellence. 5. Break out of your comfort zone. As Tony Robbins aptly said, change happens outside the comfort zone. Growth and comfort seldom go hand in hand. To elevate, one must face the unknown. Like a caterpillar emerging as a butterfly, it's the struggle that gives us our wings. So dare to dream, dare to leap, and watch your horizons expand. 6. Keep the fire burning. Passion is the fuel for success. Heraclitus once observed, out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets, 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. But the one is a warrior. Be that warrior. Beyond the grind and hustle, let's talk about passion and intuition. In Robert Greene's 5 Rules for Becoming the Best at What You Do, he emphasizes listening to your intuition. There's magic in aligning with your natural inclinations. Trust yourself and follow that gut feeling. Your personal touch can be your distinctive edge in the saturated market of copycats. For a deeper understanding of tapping into your primal instincts, Greene's Mastery is another must-read. On your next movie night, go for movies like The Pursuit of Happiness or Rudy. They beautifully portray the grit, determination, and sheer will to succeed against all odds. All humans are inherently capable of recognizing patterns. Over time, with consistent efforts in a particular activity, you'll start recognizing certain patterns or trends. Let's say you're learning a musical instrument. Initially, every note, every scale feels alien. But with time and repeated practice, you'll start to recognize scales, chord patterns, and progressions. Your fingers will find the frets or the keys almost instinctively. This is where optimism comes into play. The ability to recognize patterns can provide a much-needed boost of confidence. You'll start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even on the darkest days. Optimism drives persistence, and persistence is the lifeblood of the law of averages. Let's discuss an epic challenge that requires doing as little as nothing. The snowball effect of small wins. Consider the law of averages as a snowball rolling down a snowy hill. Initially, it starts small, perhaps with tiny successes or improvements. But as you persist, this snowball accumulates more snow, growing bigger with every revolution. Your skills refine, your confidence boosts, and every little win propels you further. The beauty is in those small wins. They might seem insignificant initially, a completed chapter in a book you're writing, a successful meeting with a client, or even just finishing a tough workout. But each small win is a step forward, and they compound over time. This compounding effect dramatically accelerates your journey towards mastery. Finally, in this fast-paced world, choose a lifetime over dead time. Every moment is a new lesson. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often boils down to how they spend their free moments. If this concept intrigues you, Ryan Holiday's Ego is the Enemy delves deeper into this philosophy. Let's wind up with a thought. Time will pass anyway. How you spend it, leveraging the law of averages, mastering your craft, and learning from every no will determine where you stand. As Steve Jobs once said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Remember, every setback, every no, every fall is setting you up for a brighter, triumphant future. Stay persistent and keep growing. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Growth Getters for more insights and motivation. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing.